Hi, so I wanted to make a little audio with a review of, basically this program that is called 67 Steps by Tai Lopez. I don't want to say my name really because, you know, but basically I see that a lot of people, not right now, it's early 2015, are starting to follow him on social media, have come across his videos on YouTube, Instagram, all that. So I've been for about 7 months following his, little community, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, all that. And he has some pretty cool ideas, but basically what I want to say is beware of getting too caught up in his video programs, in this self-help stuff. The first time I learned when I heard from him was from this YouTube channel called RSD, Real Social Dynamics. I actually stopped following them because they had some controversial accusations to one of his of those coaches, the picking up girls coach in conferences. So I stopped that, but Tai appeared in one of the videos. He was hosting a big mission party in, I think that's his Beverly Hills house. We had a lot of people, and the guy was basically interviewing him. And I was like, you wanna meet girls, and do this and that, and just social circle. Then basically, from then I went to check, his own videos. First thing he says, I'm an investor entrepreneur. He talks about something he calls the good life. He basically, that with health, wealth, love, and happiness, you get a good life. And some of his ideas and books he shares are pretty good. He says things like learning from the top, basically billionaires, investing in your brain, read more, get out of financial scarcity, and basically, while you're at it, try to balance your health and social life. And that will pretty much make you happy. So far, it looks fair, He throws a lot of quotes by great authors, I should say, a lot of business people, and his advice is not bad at all, Read more, learn more, get mentors like he did, and basically encouraging education and self-education and all that is something that, you can be against. But wait, because now I'm learning that there are some forums. Call him scam artist. He has some dating sites. Took my time to check some of those. There's a picture of him with the name Adrian as the owner or coach of that site. There's even a video where he says, "Hey, I'm Adrian," and you clearly can see hear that it's Tai Lopez voice. I think for a second is he or was he using a false identity? Where is he now? He's going really public with his name, with his brand and all that. So I don't. But I did a little experiment, and I basically Googled Tai Adrian Lopez. What I found was that there's a guy in, I don't know if it was somewhere in California or Los Angeles or something. It's called Taino Adrian Lopez. And that makes a lot of sense because Taino and Adrian, basically Lopez, are really Hispanic names. And he obviously has Hispanic blood. He even says, where Tai, the name Tai, is a little more like Asian name. So, it's alright because, you can have two names and, call me Robert or call me the middle name or whatever. That's okay, but it could be that, I'm not sure, but that's a theory I have. Now, he started his YouTube and podcast. He had this hour-long podcast related to success and media and human behavior, and he launched a very cheap, it was cheap at the time, program called 67 Steps to Become a Millionaire, sorry. So check that out. He in the name of the program is called Become a Millionaire. But he explained that it's basically to achieve great things in your life. So it's okay. I kept listening to his podcast and free videos, and I stay a little more skeptical of his 67 steps until late in 2014, when I decided I'm gonna purchase it. And let me get this: you would pay $5 to get a book shipped to your house and access the program online. The book is a little Harvard business article on self-management, and it's pretty good. It's by Peter Drucker. He did a lot of management and stuff like that. So for $5, you get I think it's worth $9 book and the videos from him. So that was a nice deal. So the program basically works this way. You log into his site, there's a video every day, and you need to watch it or listen to it and fill a couple of questions and ideally take notes or something like that. Some of the ideas I like it a lot, like the Lorraine Destiny and the integrated life. I had not heard that point made the way he did, and really appealed to me a lot. But half of these videos, the 16 steps, are based on a book or a popular person, like a businessman or a celebrity. How celebrities have gotten successful, how billionaires got their business going, and some of the big names, Warren Buffett, Richard Branson, Sam Walton, he posts them a lot, The other half of the videos are basically things he says he learned in a farm. So he makes analogies like building fences, like feeding the pigs, waking up in the morning and doing your stuff in the morning, like a farm guy. So he says he lived it with the Amish. So the program promises you to rewire your brain in 67 steps, and it will do. But at least for me, it was rewiring my brain to buy the bigger programs, the mini MBA, Entrepreneur Academy. You already access the program, the 67 steps, alright? You're digging stuff. But in every single video, he needs to mention that his academy or private circle is also it. And that's like, okay, you can advertise your stuff. But I don't like when he talks about an idea. He says, this is not business oriented. For that, you can check my mini MBA program, but this idea could still apply to business. And I'm like, really? I thought this would apply to business, like, from the beginning. But apparently not, so am I the sucker in the room? Should I ask? And, even when you buy the program, his website has some really, scammy offers of buying extra stuff. Some of the other people that they have reviewed the program are like, they're really like the way you are being sold, because you are like, well, alright, I'm gonna buy the program, and there's like another 3 pages of sell you, like, this is a special offer for another $30, for another $100. You access these negotiations tools and business videos, all that. And when you enter the program, you already tapped your credit card, and at the bottom it's checked, yes, I want to buy this stuff, and you never check it. You need to uncheck and check the other thing that says, I know I'm missing a great opportunity, and I don't want to learn, making you feel guilty that, oh, I am a terrible person because I know I should pay a lot more, like all he calls cognitive biases, he uses them on you. Trust me. The 67 steps, at the end I think it's an elaborated, but at the same time cheap program to get you caught into more expensive life video call stuff, and of course it's 18 months investor entrepreneur academy. But check this. What he means is you invest in your brain by reading and buying programs, and you become an internet entrepreneur. And trust me, as I go forward, currently in step 50, it becomes a lot more business oriented, with a little example of health and love at best, but he regurgitates a lot of his first steps in like a more business way. And that's another thing, that the first videos, like the first 5 videos, are an hour plus long. It's for you, like your mind's like blown with all this information and examples and ideas. But then when you're like in step 10, the videos are like 30 to 40 minutes. A little further the videos are like 15 to 22 minutes, so they go like smaller and smaller. To top that, the program isn't even complete. There's currently now, as of February 2015, there's only 63 videos. So there are 4 missing videos, and he doesn't really care to upload the full thing. Actually, in the Facebook, a lot of guys were like, yeah, I finished the 50 and something step, and I can go further because there are no recorded, and he got like no response, so even if we were like the beta generation, it's still not, it doesn't look cool when you have a program out that is not complete. So my conclusions basically are that the program is not worth $67. I wouldn't pay more than $15 or $20 at best. His definition of a good life, for you at least, the customer, is to become one of his members, paying hundreds of dollars every month, to maybe in 18 months, maybe make your little online business work. That's what he's about. There's even a video called Once in a Lifetime Opportunity that basically says that, you need to get into the internet business right now because, it's like the biggest opportunity now, and a couple of years, you won't make it. But he could be a little more transparent. Okay, not, yeah, my thing is that I want to make you or invite you to make an online business, so like, okay, well, that's basically about it. And my final thought that I would like to share with anyone who stayed this long listening to this is that basically there's no permanent way of becoming successful in any area of your life. None. That's what I've learned. One of the biggest things I've learned in my life. Even the stuff that worked last year may not work right now. It's like custom. It's changing. The stuff that you can apply now, that you can create now, wasn't possible a couple of years later. So really take your time to think when someone tells you that there are rules to make money. I don't think there are rules to make money. I think that there are systems that you can learn to make money, but what happens when you have a system and like thousands of people are learning the same thing as you? There's gonna be so much competition that the new edgy, like innovative stuff, it quickly becomes like a little obsolete. That's my view, and basically what I want to say.